I tried to just do Halloween colors, candy corn energy,
Okay.
and frankly, when you sit me next to something like a pumpkin, it do make sense.
It do make sense.
Does
It's
somebody
incredible.
make this?
It's incredible.
This is kind of like a Rorschach test, like open to interpretation. Like, what do you see?
My dead daddy.
This is just home goods. And then we have, these taste like soap, which I believe you ate soap.
These taste like soap.
Some of these are fake. Are you eating a fake one? Hi, I'm Trixie Mattel,
And I'm Katya.
and we are two queens who like to watch.
That's right, we like to watch, especially when it's ooky spooky Halloween season.
And today we're watching The Midnight Club Season 1. It's a classic tale of terminally ill children
Yes.
telling each other bedtime stories to cope with the realities of, let's just say, making a French exit on adulthood.
That's cute. Somebody take a picture of that.
It's important as a drag queen to kind of like, you know,
To be spooky.
and just like show versatility,
Yeah.
you know. Well, by the nature of talking about the program, we're gonna spoil things about the program. So, go watch the program, come back. I feel bad for Netflix because after Fear Street, it was a big splash.
Red
People
Slicers.
loved Fear Street. We can't compare this to that, but it's big shoes to follow.
We shouldn't, but we will compare it to that.
Big
And if this-
shoes to follow.
Big-
That's not right.
No.
You don't follow shoes.
No. Get
That
some
you
big
fill
shoes to
shoes.
fill. Let me hit this real quick.
Mm-hmm. Blow it into the pot. Let's use it.
That's spooky.
Well, something else spooky might happen. Katya might die on camera today, so.
Which, listen, that's not spooky, that's my dream. If I'm gonna die, you might as well get some footage out of it. To me, to go softly into the quiet night, no. No, I wanna go sick and I wanna go on camera. So Ilanka is a high school senior who finds out that, oh no, dun dun dun, she's got the big C.
Does cancer mean bloody hands? Oh, she coughed.
So as the person who is gravely ill at the current time, I'll let you know a little secret. When you cough into your hand, looking into the mirror, that's when you know. Ooh, have you ever been haunted by a specter? Besides this one?
No, at the motel, several chihuahuas died and were buried on the premises. So I'm waiting for like a phantom, like, burp, burp. I don't believe in picking at your nail polish.
Thank you.
Walk me through the worst case.
Well, I grabbed the meat cleaver from the kitchen and hack your little body apart. That's the worst case.
People don't say it enough. Cancer's not.
Cancer's
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
So this is the 90s. This is her on her dial-up internet. Ilanka's trying to figure out some other treatment or some kind of information.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
Oh, 90s Yahoo.
Yeah.
Aw.
Ask Jeeves, how do I survive thyroid cancer?
Yes. Imagine being a doctor. Imagine dedicating your life to medicine, and someone
Yeah.
walks in and they're like, "Wow, I have cancer," and you're like, "How do you know?" And they're like, "WebMD," and you're like,
I spent 22 minutes on WebMD last night in a blackout, so I pretty much accurately have diagnosed myself. People need to know that in addition to searching solutions to surviving terminal cancer, there's also the other side of that, which is searching for JPEGs of naked men to jerk off to in your family's only computer in the living room.
and then taking your like pre-cum stained hand and using the same clicking device that your little sister uses to learn the alphabet.
Exactly.
Oh, she's shopping for real estate.
Okay.
She needs to call Jennifer Nightingale. Does that say for the terminally ill to go on their own terms? I don't really know about this show, you guys. Oh! You're in this?
I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want you to get jealous. See that?
Oh, okay, that really tripped me out for
Wasn't
a
that
second.
crazy?
Yeah, that tripped me out.
Halloween.
It's a place for teenagers to transition on their own terms.
I guess I just don't find it believable that if you're a child, and you're going to die, you prefer to be away from your bedroom and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I find that weird.
Yeah.
But good for her, go off. That is a nice house.
Yeah.
I grew up in a trailer.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let's go grow up in the spooky mansion.
I would have flipped the script on this a little bit if I were Mike Flanagan. I'd be like, okay, get a whole bunch of terminally ill children. Instead of little spooky stories at night in some weird house, we build an amusement park and a roller coaster that kills them. Do you know what I mean? The roller coaster that kills you with the G-force?
Oh, okay.
That would be, now that's something.
What a way to go.
Single rider. I would be fierce. I'd be Nurse Nan. I'd be rolling up with a fierce little like crinkle blonde cut with my boobs pushed up in my nurse outfit. I'd be giving them DMT injections. They would just be flying through the universe.
So Ilanka moves into the hospice and she meets up with the Midnight Club and she discovers it's a group of other child patients telling stories. It's a circle jerk.
Oh my God, my friend went to a circle jerk the other night and had a wonderful glowing review of it. I've never been. You think I could go with these fingers?
Extremely ill, coughing up phlegm at the circle jerk,
Yeah, I don't think
using your brown phlegm as lube.
Now
Yo.
we're talking.
The Midnight Club.
I'm conflicted because I believe Midnight Club was a video game series about street racing, and these kids don't look like they're getting behind a racing vehicle. Okay.
Take a sip.
Oh, they're drinking?
YOLO is an attitude that we need to embrace here when it's
You
the
think?
end of days. Yes, Mary.
But if
that's
you're
not-
already on your way out, you're not gonna be like,
No.
Well, this is full disclosure. We had the distinct pleasure of meeting a super fan of ours a couple months ago.
Yes.
Who is in the last 4 to 5 months of her life.
Yeah.
Due to, I think, leukemia. She was in great spirits. She had a huge ketamine pump on her chest. And she
Yeah.
was like, I'm not in any pain at all. I'm on drugs. Why don't people do that instead of go to some spooky mansion where you just drink alcohol? So Alanka asked the doctor about the girl who got cured and about the cult that used to live in the house.
Heather Langenkamp.
Nancy
Myers.
Thompson.
Nancy Thompson.
She apparently walked out of your health.
She looks great in her bucket hat.
Let's throw back to 90s fashion. I surely did wear overalls with just
With one, what was that about?
And well, it's funny, if you went to school in the 4th and 5th grade, that would have been around 90 something, I forget what. If I did not tight roll my Z Cavarici tapered pleated slacks, I was a f***ing loser.
So you think it was the slacks?
I'm also curious about a group that lived here. I think they were called the Paragon.
It's giving, how did you know about that?
Wondered
Yeah.
if you knew.
I don't, I'm afraid.
Liar.
Before my time, I expect.
So Alanka explores the area around Brightcliff and she runs into a lady named Shasta who tells her about the woods. Oh, it's giving
yeah.
Twilight.
Yeah.
It's giving Seedle. You know why we don't look good in bucket hats? We're not beautiful.
When was the last time you were naked outside? Fully nude outdoors?
Yesterday,
For real?
I swim in the pool naked. Having a swimsuit on alone at home in your own pool is very weird. It's weird.
Okay, that's that.
These woods are Stanton's.
Oh, so
Now,
you're
water,
trespassing.
though, well,
Land ownership is
nobody
weird.
can own that.
Yeah, it is.
I live a mile that way.
I'd already be running. It seems like she's gonna turn a corner and ask me to a retreat in Joshua Tree.
Shasta's a beautiful name.
Shasta is the name of a shitty soda.
Uh-huh. Store brand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I would. That water looks very drinkable.
There was water where I grew up that looked like that we did drink, and I think back and I think it's gross. Maybe this water is healing. Oh yeah, people do travel to places that are supposed to be healing.
Sure, yeah.
And we grow our own grapes for grapeseed oil.
This person today would be an influencer. 10 things you're doing wrong growing your grapes.
How long have you been at Brightcliff?
I just got here.
But I'm making quite a splash.
Alanka wants the patient file of Julia Jane. The patient was cured, so she breaks into the doctor's office to get it.
I love in movies, everyone knows how to lockpick.
I know. You know, and in reality, nobody can.
Which should make you feel really, really guilty about whatever you're gonna do next.
I mean, listen, you're terminally ill. You got nothing to lose. What's somebody to yell at you?
I know. It's like a snow day mentality.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Senioritis.
Big time senioritis.
The ultimate senioritis. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna send me to prison? Oh my God, I'd start smoking cigars, put my pants on backwards. I'd start calling people like horrible names. I'd let them all have it. So Alanka looks at Julia's file, which brings up more questions than answers, and then she's got some crazy dreams going on.
I just want to clarify that the Julia in question is Julia Fox.
Yes, Julia Fox.
It is.
Not to be confused with Julia Roberts, who's also a part of the Midnight Club.
I mean, it makes sense. You have the same illness. This girl apparently kicked it. You want to see what she did, right? I mean, this is the 90s. They had just invented the written word. I'm also always into, I gotta steal her file. And the file is always like scattering of documents.
Yeah.
Cryptic charcoal drawings.
Mm-hmm.
I love in a movie when a kid is like drawing something evil that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Love that. 212. It's in New York City. If someone calls on the phone, it's a 212 area code. Hey, you want to go out for a bagel? Gotta go down to 85th Street and go in and play some dominoes with my neighbor. He's Dominican.
Okay,
Oh.
here we go. This is fun.
Okay, when you enter a Yankee Candle, this is what they do. Would you like to smell the peach Bellini or the beachside margarita? Scary.
Scary.
Karma. Hi. Do you guys have any gum? I just toddled out of my little bed to get some Total Care Zero Listerine.
These gave me some insane dreams.
Oh, no. Not dreams.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like the. I mean, if you're gonna go, be mad about it and be a.
Oh, wow, scary dreams. That's tough. Love that attitude.
It's a tough roommate to have.
Yeah.
I also love any sort of hospital, mental health facility, in TV or film where you get a difficult roommate.
Yeah.
But you know that through the series, she's gonna open up, and you're gonna find out that she's a bitch because something happened to her. Yeah.
So Ilonka's been obsessed with this symbol in Julia's artwork, so she's on the case trying to figure out what it means. If I was the end of my life, like as a youngster, I would fall in love so hard and deep.
Oh, yeah, just so you have something to go with.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we're dying, but I love you. So she remembers where she saw the symbol. It was in the architecture of the building.
I'm starting to feel like that this house that had previous cult people in it is bringing sick people there to die for nefarious reasons.
Yes.
When I solve mysteries, I always smoke, so this is
Yeah,
gonna
you gotta
help me.
smoke. You gotta smoke.
Oh, I want a house with an elevator.
I
Is that
love
too
those
much?
old-timey elevators with the
gate?
The gate you have to close.
It's a button.
It goes straight to hell.
Hi.
Hello.
It's a Sbarro pizza.
Yeah, it's a food court at Westfield Mall.
Let's go back up.
No, you're dying, Mary. What else is gonna like? what's
That's
the
what I'm
worst that can
saying. Break the
happen?
rule. Who cares? Yell at
God.
you. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Well, I should also be dying, but I am. So whatever.
Do people who smoke ever go like, you?
Absolutely.
You better
That's
do
the
this.
funnest thing about. Thing about you need to realize.
Yeah, and
It's-
you
that's the
need
funnest
to
part about
them.
smoking, gesturing wildly.
Oh, she found the insignia on the floor.
Now that's scary.
Ilonka.
Now that's scary.
That's not good.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. Using matches as your only light source, that's stressful.
Cause oxygen.
Well, just no, because like burnt out.
Oh,
You know.
ow.
Yeah.
You would be down there with a cigarette like a torch.
So Ilonka brings all the other kids down to the creepy basement to see what's going on. She's gotta get an oil lamp, this bitch.
Kids today don't know that in the 90s, everybody had a haunted basement.
If anybody gets a needle in the neck or hangs by one arm from a cliff in this show, I'm gonna blow this place up.
What about bad singing into good singing?
In a dark
Well,
space.
that's
That's
realistic.
fine.
That's realistic, because that's the power of hope and love.
Right.
Someone slept down here.
This is your cameo, sleeping in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful mural.
Do you like indoor murals?
I do, yeah, I love them.
Names and years, I mean, these are all.
Beautiful penmanship.
These are all
Lost art of the
memories.
90s.
My God, it's Versace.
I'm done.
I'm staying.
So am I.
Thank you. See,
guys
this
should really
roommate,
come
she's
with
also brave. This is what kids did before the internet.
Oh.
Somebody stayed here by the name of Kotex.
Right, so we're gonna finally learn about Paragon, the cult that used to be at Brightcliff, and the lengths that people will go to try and stay alive.
Oh, maybe it's sick people doing sacrifice. The nightmare would be to have a big scary house like this and then to wake up at night to music like that playing. That would be the nightmare. The nightmare.
Kidding me? I don't know what I would do.
You go willingly into the darkness.
Come kill me! Come kill me!
I'm too lazy to get up. Can you just bring the knife in here?
Cults were a big thing in America. And
Cults were a big thing in America?
Yeah.
So she started the group as a new age health philosophy.
Oh,
Just
goop.
a naturopathic alternative. to
Girl,
medicalist
goop.
It's goop.
treatment. She finally crossed the line into true ancient ritual.
Sacrifice.
Why does the animal always have to die?
Sacrifice.
Ah!
The basement that had a secret button in the
The
end.
secret
The
button!
secret butt.
Hi.
All of the adults were dead. Poisoned.
She poisoned everyone.
In their rituals.
Work.
A say-so dropped off the
A
radar.
say-so.
after-
Alexa, play Say So by Doja Cat. All right, Ilonka gets a surprise, and we see the power of a good wig.
She's made wigs that cost more than $100,000, and she just worships.
How much is your wig?
$100.
It's a good deal.
But those Maurice Newhouse wigs that are hand knotted and those start like 10,000.
Wow. This base wig's probably 1,000. This topper's probably 500.
And she resizes
It's a beautiful hat box. That would be a great way to transport a wig.
Yeah, I've seen drag queens like Coco Peru.
Oh.
Like people who have human-sized wigs,
did this
they
one,
can put them in one of those
she's in
fancy wig
legal
cases.
for chemo.
And I guess if you're wearing the wig in real life, you take better care of it.
That's so nice.
Oh, she missed her hair. Well, this is different when they gave 11 a wig, and then suddenly it was a lace front at
Yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She looks great. I think something lesbian's gonna happen.
Ilonka's crabby roommate is close to the end of her life, so she goes to see Shasta to see if she can help with a ritual to save her roommate.
Well, I know what it's like to be close to somebody who's close to their life and a huge.
Watch a friend slipping away.
Would you do a ritual to save me, Mama?
What's the ritual?
Go out to the Pacific Northwest, collect some water in a jug, talk to some woman named Diet Coke. Talk to RC Cola.
I do a ritual to save money.
I would do a ritual to save her 15% on her car insurance.
It feels like you're gonna somehow outlive me anyway. Like I know we
What?
joke about it, but like
I know, the
you didn't even get COVID.
This diary belonged to a girl who used to live here a long time ago.
She is the girl.
Her name is Julia Jade.
She's the girl. Look at her face. She's like, it's
And
me.
this
She's
other
like-
one belonged to
But she's like, I've been at an Ani DeFranco concert eating for 20 years. She's giving big Les.
Oh, yeah.
People packed into churches, faith healing, to pray for a cure, and that's not crazy. That's faith.
Thank you.
As
Thank
long
you.
as it's just one God. The wisdom that kept us alive before we started poisoning the air.
She's
and
speaking on
the
it.
land in
She's
our
letting them
bodies.
know.
You know what
That
she's
stuff,
giving?
that is
She's giving a marijuana
crazy. It has
protester
to
that's
be.
like, it's from God. It's from the earth.
Yeah.
Me eating an ecstasy pill that says
Rare
me
ones,
daddy on it, being
or
like,
to
it's from
find
the
us
earth.
healthy again. Well, oh my God.
I swear to God, if she
If
takes
she
her
cuts her
blood from the
hand-
hand, I'm going to
If
lose
she
it.
cuts the
I'm going
hand-
to. No,
Oh,
Mary, stop! It stop.
Why the hand?
Why not the top of the hand?
The nape of the neck.
This is so crazy.
Between the toes. No, I'm with you. It's
Okay,
always
it's-
the hand.
But this
It's always
is
the hand.
this is obviously just for dramatic effect. If we're gonna ground this in any kind of reality, we need to really be honest with ourselves.
Despite the ritual, Anya passes away. She's kind of.
Yeah.
And the Midnight Club reads her goodbye letter.
Okay, it's like, hey flops.
Oh,
Fuck you all.
a VHS that's like, if you're watching this video, you're still all.
And she left.
Hi, uglies.
We should record sort of a posthumous video, and we should do it on this set.
Yeah, with VHS though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she left this.
They're about to get caught.
Yeah.
Nancy Thompson is going to yell at them.
Oh, too long.
It's Salt and Pepper lyrics.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Well, here I go again. I said, what's my weakness?
Man.
You think we don't notice when all of our patients sneak out at midnight?
Why does she know?
Why do you think there's always fresh firewood?
She's like, haven't you noticed the charcuterie board?
The
The bottle of Merlot.
The fresh towels, the bottles of lube.
Yeah, the little candy dishes full of Molly.
After year, I make very, very few rules. And in return,
Well,
offer
I think that this doctor clearly knows
is
she's
by
not
now
just a doctor.
independent.
No, she's an end-of-life doula.
No, she's not even an end of life doula. I think she's a licensed Verizon premium retailer. I don't know what she is, but she's got more going on than being a doctor, I think.
Cherie might be a pathological liar, and we get to talk about what it's like to come out gay in the 90s. Hello.
Kids today don't know. Before it was like you had to switch schools if people found out you were gay.
So, you're gay.
I knew she was a lesbian. Did I call it or what?
Good for you.
You give another girl a wig in the 90s? Please.
Hello.
May as well spread your legs.
Jesus Christ, Mom. We still haven't bounced back.
He's disowned. He's terminally ill and disowned.
That's really tough.
I know it's easier said than done, but if your parents don't accept you for being gay,
Go them.
sprint out of their lives and never look back.
Yeah.
They do not deserve you.
There's still so much I haven't said to them.
It's so horrible.
Horrible.
Mom in particular.
So Ilonka's still looking for a miracle, so she goes to find Shasta, where nothing is free.
Good humor.
That perfect waved hair.
I know, so funny.
This is beetroot.
They believed that cancer happened when there was an excess of black bile.
It's so crazy.
There's
It feels like a
something
Goop
special
infomercial.
about
Yeah.
the spot where
You could have a home here.
Cult energy.
Join us. Join us.
You said that you used an old journal for the ritual.
I would love to see it.
She's evil.
If I
She's gonna use it for evil. So there's definitely something going on at Brightcliff, and Ilonka goes to investigate. She's either very brave or doesn't care if she dies.
Again, it's like your days are numbered, Mary. You might as well go investigate.
If you hear wailing in the middle of the night, do you get up?
Yes, and I tape record it. Oh, see, that kind of wailing? Oh, girl, no.
What do you
way.
want? Like,
I want, like, I'm being murdered.
Mm.
That's just like lovesick moaning.
that's somebody using their, like, you know, anal invader 5000. Would you ever go stay the night somewhere haunted that said it was haunted? You had to stay the night.
Yeah, sure.
You would?
Oh, there we go. There we
I
go.
told
All
you.
right.
It's that old woman.
Hello, Denise.
Hey, I said,
Hello, ma'am.
Have you heard the good news?
Yeah, what are you doing?
tell me what
Cut
the
this,
fuck you want
Deborah.
from me.
Sorry, I was down here doing some light cross-dressing, and I
Yeah.
guess I blacked out.
So Kevin and Ilonka have been seeing the same things in the house, so they talk about the elderly couple they've been seeing.
I don't want to be ageist, but anytime it's possibly an apparition and it's a very old person,
It's scary.
Scarier.
Yeah. There's nothing scarier than the elderly nude. Take it from one who knows. I've walked naked to get a glass of water in the bathroom and I've seen myself in a mirror and shrieked out loud.
when I see myself naked, I think of the cockroaches from Men in Black.
Our meds don't make me see people in the hallways,
Well,
in the room, in the goddamn mirror.
She's taking the wrong pills.
Hi, hello. You need to switch your meds, honey.
You'll look up and you'll see this old
Woman.
man.
Well, you don't know their gender based on their clothes, so
Man.
just like a little more sensitivity. Just I don't know.
But mostly I see her, an old woman.
It's in a show called I Like to Watch and
Milky eyes.
Milky Eyes.
Milky eyes, long
Witch
green white
fingers.
claws. Yeah. This hacking cough. Kevin and Alonka tell the Midnight Club what they've seen. You and your friend take the same amount of mushrooms and you'll be
See the same
surprised.
things?
Be surprised, yeah.
We'll see the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wild. Collective hallucination.
It doesn't make any sense. Like you said,
It's a lot of
these
rings
were
for a
so
dying
many
teen.
people died. Before the
Teenagers,
trial,
terminally ill.
unfinished business, the only ghost
They
you
would
see
be
are
opening each other up. Yeah. Right. Last chance. It's like a doorbuster sale.
Yes, the ugly.
Doorbuster sale.
The ugly. This would be
Doorbuster
really a
sale.
coup for the ugly
It would be like Black Friday.
girl. All right, so Alonka's in deep with Shasta and helps Shasta get into Brightcliff.
Find, we pray to you. I see.
Oh my God, it's happening again. They're gonna die.
What's in this?
It's espresso.
Don't do it, Jackie.
It's just tea.
Now I'm suspicious of what Netflix gave me today.
Don't do it, Jackie.
Step away from the little cup. Don't drink it.
Hello, Julia. Drink,
Oh.
drink it now.
Don't do it, Jackie.
Don't drink it.
Don't do it.
Well, espresso's hard on your stomach.
Especially on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
in
you
the
really
morning.
shouldn't start with the Alpine Select.
Oh, good. They're all gonna die.
Work. She's gonna force her to drink it. Finally, something happened.
I know. So Miss Shasta, aka Julia, poisoned all of her followers, and the doctor gives Alonka the backstory.
Well, I guess the doctor maybe isn't evil. I should have never doubted Heather Langenkamp. Maybe I'm petty. I would have went after that woman. Those people
yeah.
are poisoned.
Yeah, they're poisoned. I would give.
I would have chopped her head off.
Uh-huh.
I wish you had respected me enough not to go behind my back. That you would view her as a friend.
Not to mention, you brought that whore in here,
I'm not stupid.
Mary.
Not.
Okay, so all the members of Midnight Club were obsessed with sending a sign once they've died, and Anya apparently did it. Her ballerina figurine is fixed again. What sign would you send? I think I would do something really inconvenient. Like every time you get in bed, the light turns on. You have to get up and turn it off over and over again. And then once in a while, you hear me like,
You'd hear the your living room TV playing a porno, and then when you have to like get out of bed and go to your living room to turn it off, it's just at the TV. It's just a JPEG of me like naked with just like porno like moans in the background.
what makes you think I'd turn that off?
Alonka decides to stay at Brightcliff and comes clean with her friends.
I have something to tell you guys.
And starring in this series on Netflix, I made these two older
Last
cross-dressers
night,
watch the whole series. And not only
I
that,
did
a
something.
whole crew of people had to watch them watch it. And it was probably a traumatic event. And nobody's gonna recover from it.
When I found it, it was fixed. It was.
Mary, this is not enough to convince me. Anybody could have did that.
Also, your roommate was a bitch.
Yeah.
I need my roommate to continue to communicate with me after death.
Yeah.
Anybody with a bad roommate knows that you
Sometimes
want them
dead is better, yeah.
Dr. Stanton is locking up Brightcliff, and we learn one last thing about her.
That she was Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's them, isn't it? Time to get in drag. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, I'm in this. She is in the cult.
Wow, Jesus Christ, you guys. This show really did have it all.
You know, it has all the fun stuff.
Yes.
Terminally ill children,
Goopy snake oil saleswomen.
sick children drinking Merlot,
Heather Langenkamp.
the 90s.
Slices across the palm that never heal and have become really inconvenient.
So check out the Midnight Club.
Yeah, right here on Netflix. Goodbye.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloweener.